Welcome back to Mixed Media. This is Ms. Landy. Last class, we talked about acrylic paint, which of course is a type of painting media. Today, I want to show you a few different techniques that you can do with acrylic paint. Here's one example. This is one of my paintings. I used the brushing technique where I dipped my paintbrush in paint and I applied the paint by using various brushes. Stay tuned, get a pencil and paper, and please take notes. Let's learn about acrylic paint. Okay, our first technique here is brushing. I showed you my picture at the beginning of the video, but I would like to show you how it's done. So simply, here's my palette, here's my brush. I am going to just brush this paint onto the canvas. Before we go further in the lesson, I'm going to take my paintbrush and put it in the water. One thing about acrylic paint is that it dries very, very fast. Okay, we are going to get started with our next technique that I'm about to show you. We are going to do something called splattering. What I'm doing right now is getting my paint palette ready. I'm going to use some different colors that I think would go well together. Let me put that closer to the camera. And hey, remember we talked about reusing and recycling things? This is an old paper plate and I'm using that for my palette today. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this very wet. I'm going to be very messy about this. I'm going to make my blue paint very, very soupy. And then I'm going to take my paintbrush, and what I'm doing now is I'm throwing, not crazy throwing, but I'm throwing the paint onto the canvas. Let's do the same with this fuchsia color. Get it nice and soupy, add some water to it, and then we're gonna throw it on the canvas. Let's also do it on the sides here. This is gonna get a little messy. Now let's let it dry. Okay, let me introduce our last technique that we will be looking at. This is called dripping. You fill up a little bottle like this with paint and a little bit of water, and you can let it drip down the canvas. Okay, let me show you how it works. Uh-oh, good thing I have that newspaper on the floor. Okay, we can also do it with a brush. You can also turn it around and that'll move the drips into a different direction. We're letting gravity take its course. Today we looked at a few ways to apply paint to a canvas. We used acrylic paint also. Now, please stay tuned, and at the end of this video, we have an assignment and you know what to do. Email that to me right away, and as always, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.